this is fantastic.
If you do say so yourself.
It's the craziest thing, me guiding Caroline's hand, and...
It's the breakthrough you were waiting for.
Well, not yet. I'm still not drawn by myself.
You will.
Yes, I will. But for now...
You need Caroline's help.
I've never really collaborated with anyone before, but this, it's exciting, no?
I really do wish that you would tell Eric, though. I mean, it'd be nice to have the support of the company and family. And Brooke already knows.
She hasn't said anything.
No.
And she doesn't need to. You know why? Because no one needs to know. I have this whole line in my head. All I need is Caroline to draw it.
Beautiful. I think that we can open with one of these.
What does Hope say?
Hope is partial to this one. It's young, it's fresh.
Perfectly personifies where we want to go with Hope for the future.
I think just a few tweaks here and there and Hope's final approval.
We will have a winning fashion show, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks. Well, a fashion show is always a daunting task, but you two make it look easy.
All the kudos go to my beautiful wife. She's been working full tilt on Hope for the future and Couture as well.
Sorry to disappoint, but Rick's not here.
Who says I'm looking for Rick?
Please, you put a tracking device on the guy if you could.
I don't have to stand here and take this.
But you will because you want something.
I'm curious about the Couture line.
What about it?
Hope for the future's almost complete. Couture's still a mystery.
So?
So, you're Ridge's right-hand man. If anyone would know what's going on, it should be you.
You and I aren't engaged anymore. You can't use me to get the inside scoop. Besides, Rick's the guy you want. Ask him. But oh, right. He's not into you either. But you haven't gotten the message yet.
Rick was very into me once.
Yeah, once, but now he's married to someone else. But you wouldn't let a little thing like a wedding ring get in your way, would you?
I happen to love Rick very much.
But now you love his bank account and social standing more.
Not true.
Right.
Look, I'm not saying it hurts that he's rich and from a prominent family, but I am so much better for him than Caroline Spencer.
Caroline Forrester.
Not for much longer, if I have anything to say about it.
Where do you get off acting like you have a chance with Rick?
Marriages don't always last. I'm betting this one doesn't either.
Because Caroline's not his type like you are.
Caroline is a self-centered snob. I, on the other hand,
Are a
am...
classless gold digger.
If anyone is classless, it's Caroline. She was disrespecting me from the beginning.
With good reason, as it turns out. Look, it's not going to happen with you and Rick. Stop embarrassing yourself and stop embarrassing Rick by throwing yourself at him.
I'm not throwing myself at Rick. Yet. But a girl will do a lot of things for a man she loves. And Caroline better not underestimate me, because Myrna is still in the game.
You and Ridge are collaborating on Couture?
Oh, goodness, no. I just showed him a couple of my sketches.
Actually, I wanted to show you Ridge's progress, Dad.
What is this?
Well, what you're looking at is the number of designs that Ridge has actually given me. Thank you. You see, Dad, deadlines have come and gone. It just doesn't seem to matter to the guy.
We have to respect that Ridge has been through a lot lately.
And I have given him a ton of slack because of that, but we are seriously in a bind. Hope for the Future is ready for the runway, but what about Couture?
Bridge wants to see me.
Why?
I guess I'm about to find out.
Well, we have a lot of work to do if we're gonna get this line out.
Which you're determined to do.
With Caroline's help, yes.
Only she doesn't know that she's helping you, that you're working through her.
And I'll get Rick off my back, and eventually I'll be able to draw myself again. That fall almost cost me everything. But it didn't. It won't. Not with Caroline as my muse.
Oh my god. Did I just hear the insanely brilliant Ridge Forrester call me his muse?
Yeah, you did. My fiance was just singing your praises. It's a good thing I'm not the jealous type.
I know that look.
I can't believe I let Rick and my life as a forester slip through my fingers. Are they talking about a family?
Who?
Rick and Caroline.
How should I know?
You work closely with Rick.
I work closely with Ridge.
Are Rick and Caroline using birth control?
Excuse me?
Because if Caroline gets pregnant, I'll stop pursuing Rick.
Yeah, sure.
It's true, Carter. A child changes everything. Did for me.
Well, so do wedding vows, which you need to respect.
I would. I do. With one exception. When it's a marriage involving Caroline.
Look, son, I know you're frustrated, and I know why.
It's not just about Couture. It's not just about waiting on Ridge. It's about his constant refusal to respect me as president.
I'll talk to him.
No. Don't do that. He's just gonna think I ran to you. He's gonna resent me that much more.
Well, what do you expect?
You know what I think we should do? I think we should send him back to Paris after he finishes the Couture collection. If he ever finishes the Couture collection.
But you have your doubts?
Dad, I know deep down you do too, no matter how hard you try to hide it or defend Ridge. In fact, the only tangible thing I've actually seen him complete is this.
This doesn't look like his hand at all. This looks like Caroline's hand.
It was Caroline's sketch. It was rough.
But Ridge saw something.
Caroline described it as if he was coursing through her, putting his hand on hers, leading her to something, well, pretty spectacular.
Well, it is. It is that.
You know, I might be biased, but I really think that Caroline has a future here with Couture.
So do I. This has huge potential.
Good. Then it's gonna make it that much easier to send Ridge back to Paris.
Hey, did I pull you away from anything important?
When the master calls, well, in this case, texts. Actually, I was just with your dad and Rick.
Really? Just imagine the topic of that conversation.
Everyone's just anxious to see your latest designs.
Did you show him our sketch?
And I gushed on and on about what it was like collaborating with a true design legend for the first time.
Rick must have loved that.
Well, what he loved was what we created. Not that I did that much, so.
You did more than you know. But there's a lot of work to do still, so...
So, that's my cue. I don't want to impede positive momentum.
Okay. You ready?
For what?
Well, I enjoyed designing with you, and I thought I'd give you some more instruction. Is there a problem?
All by his lonesome. My lucky day.
What do you think?
If that's from Ridge's latest couture collection, it's been worth the wait.
Would you still feel the same if I told you this was a collaboration between my wife and Ridge?
Everyone knows that Ridge designed solo.
Yeah, she's in there right now. In fact, she and Katie are the only ones allowed in his rarefied inner sanctum.
Why? When Caroline is so far out of Ridge's league. Has he shown her his collection?
No.
Have you seen it? Has anyone? Do we even know there is one? Ridge is walking right up to the edge on this. And with Caroline as a distraction, what could he possibly be thinking? Wasting his time with her.
Well, you have a line to get out, so I'm sure you're pressed for time.
Good designers always pressed for time.
Okay, well, I will let you get back to it then.
No, no, no. Come here. Come. Sit. All right. Here. What do you see?
What should I see?
Black cocktail dress.
One befitting couture.
Mm-hmm. Timeless, elegant, but with a twist. So where would you start?
The twist. Something that makes it completely different than any other black cocktail dress.
So a unique cut, maybe a nod to the future and the past.
Well, since it's couture, I mean, shouldn't I see all the other designs that you've done already? I mean, a collection is about designs that relate. What if I take this in some completely different direction?
All right, don't worry about that. I will guide you.
Okay, but still, shouldn't I create a story for the woman who's wearing this? I mean, what she's like, what her life is about.
You should do all those things. So close your eyes and visualize. And when you're ready, just let it flow out. Now, I've seen those lines 100 times before. 100 different dresses.
Okay. Well, what if I lowered the waistline? You changed the form.
All right, so you see the problem. It's good.
What would you do?
Well, I wouldn't waste my time on something that can't be fixed. No, you can't, that's all out of proportion. You can't do that. Not here. Caroline, no, what? Why would you do that? That doesn't...
What am I doing? I don't understand.
Now do you understand?
I realize that you and Caroline aren't exactly best buddies, but putting her down to me, that's,
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. She's such an easy target.
Right. Because, you know, she's beautiful and talented and sophisticated.
You're forgetting self-centered, vain, and scrawny like a chicken, but that's what makes you happy.
Well, I've never been happier.
Than when you and I were together.
We've both moved on.
Well, one of us has.
Maya.
I know. I know. Caroline is the woman you've chosen. For now, anyway. But be honest, Rick. There are times when you think about what it would have been like to be married to me. Times like now, when your wife has deserted you for another man.
You don't give up, do you?
Would you really want me to? Tell me something. Do you and the chicken ever talk about children?
Don't you think you're getting a little personal?
I'll take that as a no. Which means if you're having second thoughts about marrying her,
I'm not.
yeah. Well, I think you should have second thoughts. She's so not right for you. I still love you, Rick.
The first time was surreal, but this.
What?
This. Being guided again by, and I quote, one of the greatest couture designers of our time.
Yeah, where'd you hear that?
In every online review of your designs ever.
Well, I don't read online reviews or other reviews. Neither should you. It's couture. Simple, right? Less is more. As if you start here. You see that? Continue. What are you doing?
I thought that you wanted.
It's not what I want. It's nothing to do with what I want. Nothing to do with what you want. It's about the woman who's gonna wear this dress. This is her story. It's her life. No, don't. Why are you doing that? Stop.
Then show me. Take it, Ridge. You do it. You can't. You can't draw.